My dream was just to have the perfect kids and the perfect husband, the perfect life. The first time he ever hit me was because the macaroni and cheese didn't taste right. You know, people was like, why didn't you just leave? Well, it's not as easy as you think it is to just leave. He made a lot of threats. He made a lot of threats to hurt the things that was most precious to me, was my kids. And so I stayed.
In Illinois, we have close to 13 million people. It's estimated at least 300,000 of those people are domestic violence victims.
We could have 2 to 3 calls a night on domestic of some type. I mean, it happens quite often around here.
Look at the rural parts of the country, and I don't care what state you're in. To get anywhere to do anything, you have to drive a long ways. So first of all, you have to have a car that runs. You have to have a phone that works. Our child welfare systems aren't there. There's no hospital down there. You can't get access to resources.
A lot of times when women get married around here, they don't get jobs. They stay home and take care of the kids because if they do go to school, there's really no job. This has always been kind of like a coal mining industry in Southern Illinois. That's about all there is, the prison system and coal mining.
When I was little, I wanted to go in the coal mines, but family and friends told me I couldn't do it because I was a woman. So it's like they don't even give us a chance.
It's all you can do to make ends meet. Even if you both have full-time jobs, it's rough. It's just rough. And 9 out of 10 women stay for the same reason I did. How was I gonna make it with 4 kids by myself?
I have stayed in a relationship because of money, and I have been through abuse because of it. I needed money for my kids because I didn't know what else to do.
Someone has chosen that they want to be in control of the person they're in partnership with. They have a bunch of tools that they use, whether it's physical, financial, emotional.
He is a terrorist. He has one victim that he terrorizes. Not all of America, but this one person. And a lot of people don't see that, don't realize that, but she's terrorized each and every day.
My son is telling me how he was abused by my ex-husband when I was gone. He would beat him and tell him if he told, he would beat me. So basically, my son took beatings to protect me. And that's really hard as a mom to understand when your baby takes beatings for you.
And everybody, well, why don't you just leave him? Why don't you just leave him? He would say, well, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill me if you leave. Look, guys, you do not understand how hard it is to leave an abusive relationship.
When he was abusing me all those years, every time that I would call the police, they would just tell him to calm down, everything would be okay. They'd ask him to leave and drive around the block.
We would sometimes believe a lot of what the man said and not so much the women, because we had the attitude that she must like it because she's staying with him.
It's been 25 years. Glenn came home that night from work. He abused me for 7 hours and 45 minutes. I thought he had fell asleep, so I thought it was going to be over with. So I got up and I was starting to tiptoe. I was going to go in there in the kid's bedroom. And when I did, he had laid the gun down on the floor beside the couch. And I seen him move and go to grab for it. And I don't even remember, somehow I dove for it. And somehow I got it before he did, I don't know. And just turned my head and fired. I didn't know if I'd hit the couch, if I'd hit him, where I'd hit him. And I stood up and turned around. I looked and I seen that I had hit him. And then I heard him die. Me and Glenn were together for 12 years. Only man that I've ever actually loved. I never wanted it to get to this point, but I don't feel like I had a choice.
I was probably the first that got the training that was needed for us to understand, I guess, more or less the female side of this. When they're a male abuser, they've seen their father do it, they've seen their grandpa do it, they think it's normal. You gotta break that cycle.
You know, I've made it this far. Now it's my turn to love my children and grandchildren unconditionally. If you can just save one other person, it's worth it.
Once we all connect the dots and everyone stands up together and says, we're going to teach our children different ways, then we'll begin to make a difference.
I made it. You did.